Summer is winding down, but there's still time to soak up the season with Chubbies. Whether you're poolside, lakeside, or oceanside, these shorts are ready to rock. And you know what else? Life is too short for uncomfortable swim trunks. We've all been there, but I'm offering you a chance to get all-day comfort with a quick-dry stretch fabric. And there's a built-in liner that actually does its job. I should mention, when the sun goes down and you're heading from the beach to dinner, you can swap into a pair of Chubbies' original stretch shorts. I love how comfortable the elastic waistband is. They fit right, they go with everything. I've been told I look great. And for a limited time, with my exclusive code Chael, I can get you $10 off. Just go to chubbyshorts.com. Whether your plans involve cannonballs, cookouts, or casual Fridays, believe me when I tell you, Chubbies has got you covered. And remember, for a limited time, my listeners get $10 off their order. Just use the code Chael at chubbyshorts.com. That's code Chael, like the famous gangster, at chubbyshorts.com. Let the thighs out, let the good times roll, support the show, let them know I sent you. Khamzat Chimaev is the greatest wrestler ever in the UFC. Khamzat Chimaev has a gap between himself and everybody else in the wrestling department. Khamzat Chimaev is simply too good at wrestling for Dricus to ever change the real. Don't even talk to us about a rematch. Don't even bring Dricus into a rematch. Even if Dricus wins his next couple of fights, don't give him a rematch with Chimaev. The gap is too large. Okay. I want you to make sure that you understand one thing. Okay? There was 14 takedown attempts by Chimaev. 11 of them worked. All 14 attempts was the same move known as a double leg takedown. All 11 takedowns took place off the same move, which is a double leg takedown. We're not talking about one position. We're not talking about who's the better wrestler. We're not talking about the Caucasus regions. We're not talking about Dagestan. We're not talking about this great grappling environment. We're just not. We're talking about a double leg. And one thing that Chimaev is not prepared for, even with his life of wrestling, one thing he's not prepared for is for a guy that knows how to get up off the bottom, a Bo nickel. And I know that's going to bother some of you guys, but I'm just sharing with you. If you could get Bo down, you're not going to keep him there. And there's not a situation where he's going to go to his back. In the American system of wrestling, and only, it's exclusive to America, you are encouraged and rewarded and penalized if you don't get off the bottom. It is what has separated American wrestlers from the rest of the field. And that goes all the way back to 1993, all the way back to the beginning. It was the American wrestlers. I heard arguments, is it collegiate, is it freestyle, is it Greco-Roman? It's American wrestlers. Because America is the only place in the world where that is within our rule system. You must get up off the bottom. Now it goes the other way too in American wrestling. You are rewarded to stop a guy from getting up off the bottom. It's why the Americans can hold people down. And I'm bringing this to you because if you don't like what I'm saying about the double leg, which I think when I lay out the numbers, I think you're forced to accept that. But if you don't, and you go, hey, listen, it's a lifetime of wrestling by Chimaev. If Dricus starts right now, he can never catch what Chimaev's already done. Well, Chimaev does not have a lifetime of holding people down. In fact, he's never been in a competition aside from MMA, where he's needed to hold somebody down. And Dricus has twice the MMA fight, so by your own logic, Dricus would have twice the experience. And I'm only bringing that to you because who the hell's going to stop Chimaev? I understand that argument. I understand that domination. 527 strikes to 49. 11 takedowns. 22 minutes and 13 seconds of ground control. These numbers have never been touched before. 3 10-8 rounds in a world title fight, which is a tie. That has happened before, but it's a tie. There hasn't been 4 10-8 rounds in a world title fight, by example. You are still talking about one technique. And you're talking about what happens if that technique works? What happens if he gets me down? Now, this is a mindset of certain fighters. And Dricus is awesome. And I don't know of anyone in the roster as I look at Imanov, as I look at Kyle. I don't know of anybody on the roster as I look at RDR that is going to have a different strategy. I'm just letting you know there is an opportunity to go learn one right now. First off, if a guy's going to shoot a double leg on you guys, I know you're going to think this is rocket science. Take your legs back. If the guy is trying to get to both of your legs, take both of those legs away. It's called a sprawl. Secondly, nobody from St. Pierre to Randy Couture to Daniel Cormier to Chimaev himself can wrestle anything. And I'm handing you 25 years of finding this out the hard way. I'm going to hand it to you right now to save you from 25 years. Nobody can wrestle anything but the fabric. You cannot attack a guy and wrestle him off his arms. You've never seen a 2-on-1. You cannot attack a guy on his body. You've never seen a lateral drop. You cannot attack a guy at his knee, his calf, or his ankle. You have never seen that. You've never seen a crackdown. You've never seen a low single. Why? Because you can only wrestle the fabric. Your hands, when trying to take somebody down, has to be on his clothing. I see guys tape their ankles, and every time they don't know the secret. I can now wrestle the ankle. Before you taped it, I could not wrestle the ankle. I see guys come out with knee pads, and I'll know right there. He doesn't know the secret. I can now wrestle the knee pad. I can only wrestle where fabric is, because everything else just slips away. You ever want to major leg up? You're not so good at wrestling, you get there and there's all these studs and you don't quite belong. Tell them you forgot your shoes. Go out there barefoot. Hey guys, I forgot my shoes, but I'm going to wrestle anyway. Their takedowns on you they're going to go down by 75%. You cannot wrestle anything other than fabric. I'm handing you something big right now, guys. Real big. And the reason I'm telling you that is we not only know what Chimaev is going to do, we also know where he's going to do it. We know where he's going to attack us. And the Kyle Barrows and the Imanovs. And by the way, I'm a little tired of Imanov, and maybe this is with myself. I haven't showed Imanov the appreciation that he has earned. And I think you guys can close your eyes and picture Kyle in there with Chimaev because you love Kyle. I think you can begin to picture RDR in there with Chimaev because you love RDR. I think you would love Imanov if you just gave him a chance. But I don't think you can close your eyes and envision that. I don't think you're familiar enough with him. And I'm painting you with that brush because up until he fought Izzy, I had to paint myself with that brush. But Imanov really is something very special. We've got Kyle and we've got Imanov coming up. One would assume that's the #1 contenders match. I believe you would rightly assume that. However, if you are in fact going to book Chimaev in Abu Dhabi, the #1 contender, the guy that wins, might not be able to turn around that fast. We've seen this, guys. It was called Whitaker versus du Plessis. Quick turnaround to get out to Australia, of which was du Plessis. He didn't get on the plane. He said, I'm not recovered. I need more time. They sent Sean Strickland in. Now Sean Strickland going to go down in the Hall of Fame for that one night. And I'm only sharing with you, I don't know that Paulo Costa can get the opportunity right now. I know that Bo Nickel can't get the opportunity. And me, and this isn't even the wrestling fan in me, that's what I want to see most. I don't care if Nickel and Chimaev go out under UFC BJJ rules. I just want to see those two compete. And I'm just curious. Can an incredible MMA wrestler take down the most decorated collegiate wrestler? That's interesting to me. Aware we're not looking in that direction. We're going to look in the direction of the winner of Kyle and Imanov. And if they can't, I don't think there's anyone else in the discussion but RDR. So once we've established that we're down to 3 guys, and we do start to imagine what's going to happen, those 3 guys really don't have to go reinvent themselves. They don't have to go out to Dagestan. They don't have to go to the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. When somebody is coming for both of your legs, take those legs back. It's very important. And if you ever want a wrestler to stop taking you down, get up off the bottom. I don't care if you're fighting 3 rounds or 5 rounds. You get off the bottom 3 times, that wrestler will stop trying to take you down. There is nothing that will mentally get in a wrestler's head more than him succeeding and not being able to be rewarded for it. The takedown is the single largest amount of energy exertion that is done in the sport of MMA. And you must be able to keep a guy there, recharge your battery. If you take him down and a scramble ensues and he's back on his feet, right? I mean, think about that from a wrestler standpoint. He was just on his feet. He demonstrated he didn't preference that, which is why he went for the takedown. So now he's back on his feet in the exact same position that he just demonstrated he doesn't prefer. Except now he's more tired. So anybody that plans to go to their back and triangle choke Chimaev, you're not doing yourself a service. Anybody that's going to come out and tell the world, I will submit Chimaev, you not only won't, you will look like a fool. You got to get back to your feet. We're down to 3 guys. Kyle, Imanov, RDR. Who's going to have the best chance? Whoever is most likely to get back to their feet.